threat of disaster is never pleasant.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers podcast.
These safety measures are essential.
The only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment.
This will be your source of survival instructions and information. Every member of the family must be coached in the business of survival.
Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
Welcome to another episode of the the Collapse Chronicles. Screwed it up.
That's pretty good, Cam.
Dang it.
Well done.
Started out good, but then blew it.
Yeah.
Typical.
Collapse Chronicles rolls on, my friend.
It does, yeah.
And today we're talking about Biowar.
This stuff's super scary.
Biowar.
Super scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're worried about nuclear war and going to war.
Yeah.
All the stuff that's happening, but soon. Just kidding. A microscopic organism. Do we ever think about that?
No.
That could just attack us and kill us all?
Oh.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about biological warfare, like viruses, bacteria, toxins, how they can be, they are weaponized and they can be used against us, and like how we would prepare for that.
Amoebas.
That's a scary thing, man. Yeah. And this stuff's been going on for a long time. Like,
oh, yeah.
So many countries have these.
They would get
and
trebuchet and like
develop these.
launch a dead goat.
Yeah, exactly. I actually mentioned that.
You
here.
do?
Uh-huh. Because I was
cool.
like, that was ancient biowarfare, right?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, we're going to talk about that, of how to develop a good prepper response plan for something like this that could happen.
Yeah.
Because it is a risk. It's definitely on the top of the list for terrorists, I think. They just want to, contaminate us all.
You're right.
So let's do this.
Let's do it. Before we get to that, though, I got to tell you, a great way to start to get ready for biowarfare is BattleBox. It is the monthly subscription box full of solid gear for adventure seekers, survivalists, outdoor enthusiasts, and casual preppers. Each month, BattleBox sends you the coolest selection of hand-picked outdoor survival and everyday carry gear, all valued at far more than what you'd normally pay. You never know what's in the next box, but here's a sampling of what users received this month: the Bare Bones Railroad Lantern.
So
That's
cool.
Cam's favorite. He loves it.
So cool.
How about the ThyroSafe Radiation Protection?
Not as cool, but cool.
Iodide tablets. Yep. All this badassness starts at just $34.99 per month. They've shipped over 1 million boxes, and they won Best Subscription Box of 2020. Our listeners get 15% off when you sign up at survive.battlebox.com/casualpreppers. Get your first BattleBox at 15% off at survive.battlebox.com/casualpreppers.
That's great, man.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. You know what isn't a beautiful thing is Biowar. But we have to talk about it anyways.
Yeah.
So what is it? Well, let's break it down. Biological warfare is basically the intentional release of some nasty, disgusting stuff like viruses, bacteria, toxins, all that kind of stuff, designed to kill or seriously mess up humans, animals, or entire crops. That's the thing.
Yeah, you think about the crops.
It could be crops. Yeah,
we
that's
don't protect
crazy.
our crops enough.
We're talking full-blown, weaponized sickness, and I hate being sick. So
Yeah.
I don't like this. I hate being
This
sick
is a
worse
horrible
than
way.
anything.
This is a shoot me.
Yeah, I just don't like it. You probably heard of some of the usual suspects, viruses like smallpox or Ebola. You get scared anytime someone says Ebola. You're like, whoa, don't talk about that anymore, right? Super contagious,
I don't want that one.
often deadly. Bacteria like anthrax or the plague. You ever heard of the plague,
Anthrax.
Cam?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. And toxins like ricin, where just a few micrograms can shut down your entire body. Your body just done.
Seems
It's
like
not
it should be a worse name.
Ricin.
Kind of sounds kind of good.
It's like
Ricin
Krispies.
Yeah.
Right?
Prepare some ricin.
Right. Yeah. Now,
Ricin.
Ricin Krispies.
That's a code name.
Yeah.
That's a good gamer tag or
I know.
something.
Ricin
Ricin Krispies.
Yeah.
Probably flagged, I'm sure.
Oh, 100%. What makes these things even scarier is like how they spread. They could travel through the air. You can sneak into your food, your Rice and Krispies, contaminate your water, or even be spread through insects.
Ugh,
yeah, I hate mosquitoes and all them things. Ticks.
You know,
They
that's
giving you a
happened.
Lyme disease.
Yeah.
Biowarfare isn't like just blow up as much stuff as possible. It's stealthy. You
Yeah.
know, you could be under attack right now and not even realize it until you die.
Yeah, it's
So,
horrible.
Scary stuff.
Nobody likes that. Has it been used in history?
Probably.
Why, yes, it has. Like you'd mentioned, Mongol hordes, used to catapult diseased corpses into besieged cities.
Oh, they use like humans, huh?
Yeah, they throw all kinds of crap in there.
Gosh,
it's like,
man.
it's
Disgusting.
like, is that a bomb? No, it's just a body.
That's my dead uncle.
Just like splits in half.
Yeah.
And spreads his guts everywhere.
Gross.
And then the French and Indian War, when they would like contaminate the blankets with smallpox and give them to man.
That may have been overblown, though.
Yeah,
By the way,
it hasn't.
But like they think.
I believe they did it.
Never. I did. They did do it, but it might have only just been like one time.
Still,
Yeah.
one's
enough.
One's
enough.
It sure messed them up.
I grew up thinking like they were giving everybody a blanket with smallpox on it.
I kind of understood it that way too.
Yeah.
And then other
Here's
events.
your blanket. Sniff it. Sniff it.
Does it smell like lavender? Sniff it. Deep in your nostrils.
Deep. Yeah. No.
Don't worry about the blood stain on the other side.
Yeah.
That's how the French talk.
Would you like to have a blanket?
Is it sniffy bee?
Is your blanket very stinky? Have a sniff.
Is it very good? I don't know.
We shouldn't be making light of this.
They're our
for sure.
allies.
Yeah.
Stop messing around.
This is not good.
After World War II, this became a bigger problem.
Sure.
Unit 731, Japan. The Japanese military conducted horrific experiments on living human prisoners during World War II.
They didn't live long.
They were nasty to the Chinese and whoever else they could be. Research included vivisections, which is like live dissections of living. Yeah, I just said live dissections.
Yeah.
And the development of plague bombs.
Oh.
Which were then used in attacks, causing widespread death and suffering. Horrible stuff. Like they were. I remember they built like boxes around.
You remember
their heads? Our little boy. Daddy, what's that box on his head?
When I was in Okinawa back in 42, and let me tell you.
Yeah. They like pictures and videos where they'd put like a plexiglass box on their head and be spraying chemicals into their face. And a lot of them were biowarfare type items. That ain't good.
No bueno.
Cold War. Obviously, anybody wanted to get an advantage over the others, so they were creating all kinds of weird bombs. Mm-hmm. The United States and the Soviet Union engaged in extensive and secret biological weapons throughout the Cold War.
The only bombs we need to make are love bombs. Okay?
I like that.
Yeah.
2001 anthrax attacks.
I remember that.
I remember this too. Shortly after September 11th terrorist attacks, letters containing anthrax spores were mailed to several media outlets and 2 U.S. senators. Mm-hmm. These attacks resulted in the deaths of 5 people, sickening many others, and caused widespread panic and disruption.
What a time to be alive, man.
It's crazy that happened, and it hasn't been
a thing since, really.
As far as we know. Maybe something else is spreading around. But what? Crazy time?
Yeah, it's just a crazy time to think like how crazy it was like in that year. Like everybody was like, this is the end of the world.
Seriously.
This is the end of the world.
Yeah,
come back.
Seriously, it was bad times. Soviet defector Ken Alibek in the 90s. Ken, a high-ranking Soviet bioweapons scientist who defected to the United States, revealed the true scale of sophistication of the Soviet Union's bioweapons program. That was then. So terrifying to think now, like what they're developing. He said that they had his alarming information about massive stockpiles of weaponized smallpox. So again, they got a bunch of quilts they're going to send over to the United States.
High quality Russian quilts.
Sniff it. Smells great.
Smells like vodka.
You take a big sniff.
With both nostrils. Do it big. Big.
Rub it in your face.
I like to lick sometimes as well.
Feel the soft material in your nostrils.
My granny always used to say, lick your blanket before you go to bed. Just
It's
something
a
we
Russian
said.
thing.
I don't know.
Just try it.
Have a leak.
Try it. Try it.
Try it. No!
It's a try it.
He's Italian now, yeah.
And then the thing is, and you'll go into a little more detail on this, but beyond the state-sponsored programs, big companies behind research, governments, the threat of bioweapons used by non-state actors and terrorist groups has become a significant concern.
Random Joe Schmoes out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting their hands on
we did
stuff.
see some of this in history. Aum Shinrik Tokyo.
Yeah, I actually talk about that
You?
later too.
Okay, then
It's
we'll
all
just
good.
wait for
No, it's
them.
all good. I don't really talk too much to it,
Okay.
so it's not a big deal. I do exactly.
I bring his name up. That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
But this cult's attempt to use anthrax and botulinum toxin in the 90s in Japan demonstrate the potential for such groups to acquire and attempt to deploy these biological...
Deploy.
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 Oh, yeah, deploy.
Deploy. The botulinum.
Not the deploy.
Yeah.
In trouble now.
We already did the Russian accents. What does it matter?
I know, it doesn't make
Nobody
sense.
gets mad at us for that.
I know. Oh, yeah, Russians. What did you say?
Yeah.
I heard the French in there.
Yeah, I also heard French. Yeah. So there are some modern threats, if you didn't know.
didn't.
Like today, what should we be worried about? Well, pretty much everything.
Add to it.
But let's talk about the big dogs on the block when it comes to this, and those are the big state actors like North Korea. They're not really a big dog, but they're
Little big dog.
little big dog, like a yapping chihuahua or something. We also got China and we got Russia. They're all suspected of running biowar research programs behind closed doors under the earth somewhere where nobody can see it. Right?
Yep.
These aren't really just conspiracy theories because there is
Under the gosh dang ground.
on the gosh dang ground. There's a legit international concern about the stuff they might be cooking up. And if history tells us anything, so these countries don't exactly love transparency. So they're doing it. That's all we're saying. They are doing it. You've got terrorist groups back in the early 2000s, Al-Qaeda. They made a serious effort. Al-Qaeda. A serious effort to get their hands on anthrax.
Of course they
were
did.
trying to get it. And they're going to Allahu Akbar that right into Bush's face is what they
We
wanted
don't
to
have
do.
it, but we have a quilt. Huh?
He'll sniff my blanket.
We'll sell you lots of quilts.
Also AK-47s.
Yeah, exactly. Wrapped in quilt.
And then, like Cam talking about the Aum Shinriko Yo or whatever they were called, they released that sarin gas. But they also were trying to get like the botulism and the other stuff, but they weren't very good at it, luckily.
Oh, yeah. Sarin gas. I forgot
But
about
there
that.
is interest there. So here's the thing that kind of makes it even more interesting, more scary, and that is technology these days.
Yeah.
We got stuff that can do some crazy things. And one of those things is called CRISPR.
Oh, yep.
If you didn't know what it was, it's a gene editing.
New George Foreman grill.
Yeah.
CRISPR.
And this one was CRISPR. This one was CRISPR. Okay.
So it's like, it reminds me of.
Yeah. It's basically you can use this to make designer pathogens.
That's terrifying.
It's just like the game, the app.
You
where
think
you
your
make
body
your pathogen.
recognizes them all? Try again.
It does not.
Tweak the little arm on this one.
Mm-hmm.
You can't figure it out.
Someone with enough knowledge and bad intentions could, in theory, whip up a targeted virus or enhanced superbug in a lab.
Yeah.
Like they can do it. It's not like out of reach for some random terrorist group to do this,
Yeah,
right?
you can get a CRISPR kit on Amazon, probably.
It's not that big a deal. That's not something we've ever thought of or we needed to prep for, but now we have to. We have to consider it. And so it's really weird because it's like this dual use dilemma, right? This same biotech
Exactly.
that's being used to cure diseases and grow organs and create vaccines and all that kind of stuff. It's also can be used to weaponize and cause pandemics. So it's great, saving lives, horrible, killing people.
Yep.
Same kind of deal. So it's the landscape out there is kind of crazy when it comes to biowar.
It
right
does.
now.
Yep. And I have a little bit to talk about on that too.
Good.
It's like that dual purpose is bad.
Yeah. Or it's good.
Yeah,
It's good in some ways.
It's good on one side, it's
Yeah.
bad on the other side. But yeah, the risk of biowarfare today, it's complex with varying expert opinions, but generally it's considered a serious and evolving threat. Like it's definitely something that could happen and could be used against us. The advances in biotechnology, the gene editing, the synthetic biology, like you mentioned, makes it increasingly easier for individual small groups and rogue groups to just create these agents and send them out into the public. People that just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah.
There's definitely that. You can probably ask ChatGPT to make one for you today.
Yeah.
If you
Hey,
have
Google.
you have premium.
Make me a virus.
They're not liking that. But yeah, you have that dual use, like you said, repurposed for weaponization, where it was helping treat cancers and things like that. It's now used to kill people.
Yeah.
You got death on one side and life saving on the
Well,
other
it's just like a sword. Sword's great for cutting things you
Dual
need cut,
purpose,
but also
yeah.
cuts off heads.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Exactly.
Dual use.
For real, like most of the stuff that we have was developed for military use. and
Water's
it's
great.
Trickled down.
I drink water every day, but you can also waterboard somebody with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Dual use.
Everything has dual use, right?
Yeah.
The challenges in detection are kind of a big deal. Biological attacks can be difficult to distinguish from natural outbreaks.
Yeah.
Why does that sound familiar?
That kind of does, doesn't
This
it?
mimicry complicates public health responses and makes it challenging to identify the source of an attack, hindering deterrence and accountability.
You're
I'm not
right.
going to mention anything but COVID.
No,
okay?
don't say it. Don't say it.
And then the risk of bioterrorism by extremist groups or individuals is a significant concern, like we saw in the past, and then the 2001 anthrax attacks, things like that. The other thing is like concealment. Illicit bioweapons development can be easily hidden within legitimate research or industrial facilities.
Yeah, sure.
We're just researching so that we can prepare ourselves in case there's a new pandemic, or you create COVID.
Or you exactly. Yeah.
I'm not going to fuel conspiracies, but COVID.
But yeah, COVID.
Okay. And then while vaccines and treatments exist for some agents, many potential bioweapons lack effective countermeasures, especially the ones that have been sitting in the crisper overnight.
Exactly. Like, what do you do with those? I don't know, man.
You just watch a body mutate in front of you. You're like, you can't stop it.
I'll give him some
He got
ibuprofen.
one of those CRISPR COVIDs.
Yeah. Tylenol and ibuprofen is all I can do.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck.
Toilet paper? Mm.
Yeah.
And then despite international bans, some nations are still suspected of having and pursuing offensive biological weapon capabilities. There's a lot of countries that are like, I don't care what you say, I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah, like China does not
Like us.
give a good gosh dang what we say.
They don't.
or
Exactly.
anyone says.
So the 2023 U.S. National Biodefense Strategy cites bioterrorism as a likely future threat.
Sure, of course.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
So, and I apologize, not to spread conspiracies about COVID, but all of it fits into this.
It's a great example because we all know of it, and there are elements that sort of
Fit
weave
into that,
this,
right?
Right?
It's
Yeah.
like, well,
Not saying that it was, but it was. Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
Nobody knows, but we know.
If you do get sick, though, one of the things you have to make sure is that you stay hydrated.
Yes.
Like you have to.
I'm drinking right now.
Exactly. I've been drinking all day. That's why we at Casual Preppers have teamed up with Element. It is a tasty electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing that you don't. We think Element is perfect for bug out bags and EDC kits. And EDC 1, 2, 3, EDC. I don't know what that was. But it's also great for Biowar kits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can be drinking water indoors.
That's right.
To get sick of that. Oh, man, that was weird.
What was it? Your phone blowing up? Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium. The cool thing is, Casual Preppers listeners can get a free Element sample pack of the most popular drink flavors when you make any purchase through our exclusive Casual Preppers link. But you got to go to our link or you're not going to get it, dum-dums. Head to our link, drinkelement.com/casualpreppers to get your order and your free sample pack with any purchase. That is drinklmnt.com/casualpreppers.
That's delicious. Love it.
I got craving some right now.
It's so easy to throw in all your bags. That's what I like about it. Little packets.
Not hard at all.
Little packets.
Not hard at all. So what would Biowar look like? It's hard to know, really.
Can't see it.
You can't see. Yeah, you ain't going to
just inhale it off from your quilt.
Yeah. So a biological attack might not look like anything at first. You know, it could begin with this little strange cluster of illnesses in a small town in Missouri or something. Sure. Who knows? A few people fall sick with an unusual virus or a set of symptoms. I'm sorry that I called out Missouri there. It's not going to happen to you guys. I'm sure you guys are fine. I don't know if we have any listeners in Missouri.
It's all right, Missouri.
Missouri.
Never been there, so.
Early explanations blame natural causes. You know, this is like a new flu variant or COVID-38 or whatever it is, you know, or maybe it's just contaminated food. News outlets barely cover it. Most people assume it'll pass because most of the time it does, right? But then there is a rapid escalation. Emergency rooms start filling up super fast. Hospitals run out of beds, staff, supplies. This sounds very familiar. Doctors and nurses begin falling ill themselves. Medications, PPE, oxygen tanks disappear from shelves and suppliers. And this is where the panic sets in as the word spreads and media finally catches on and starts showing this stuff every single day, every single hour.
Just like
constantly.
a natural pandemic.
Yeah, exactly. Social media floods with speculation, conspiracy theories, fake cures, all of those things. Are they fake cures? Are they real cures?
That's what's so
Is it really
confusing,
conspiracy? I don't know. Panic buying erupts. Pharmacies, grocery stores, hardware stores, stripped clean, ain't got anything left, right? Now the government decides, oh, we need to get a handle on this. That's when we come down to lockdowns. They're ordered first in like the hot zones where it's really bad, and then like, everybody's locked down. Nobody's going anywhere. That's when we have martial law. It becomes a real possibility, especially in those hardest hit areas. Then they bring out the National Guard, and then FEMA sets up quarantine zones and aid stations. Travel is restricted. Checkpoints appear on major roads. Movement,
It's like the Last of Us scenario.
for sure. Yeah,
Looks just like this.
or Contagion.
Mm-hmm.
Movement may require masks and permits and digital IDs and vaccine cards. Oh, you can't go to work unless you've been vaccinated.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't go
You
to
can't
this
go to a pizzeria
until you've been vaccinated.
Yep.
And you got to stand 6 feet apart. You got to have a mask on. You got to vote for a Democrat. Public trust in leadership fractures. Some comply, others resist. But then, if the pathogen is super contagious, maybe it's airborne smallpox or it's a weaponized flu, the death toll just absolutely spikes. Entire families might get sick before the first symptoms even show. And that's a scary thing. Like,
It is.
when it spreads before any symptoms show.
Yeah. You're like,
You don't even know.
Do we put everybody on quarantine
Yeah.
until we can tell?
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Funeral homes, morgues, they're just overwhelmed, right? And then, it's cascading issues. Critical infrastructure workers like EMTs and paramedics and truck drivers, utility crews, water treatment operators, all these people are like, I'm sick. I ain't coming in. I ain't going to drive a truck. I ain't going to utility your crew. You know what I mean? All that stuff's not happening. Some of them are infected. Others are just like too scared. They're babies. They don't want to go.
Yeah.
A few of them are just like, I'm done. I'm not going back to that. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
With no one to run the trucks, with no one to fix the power grid or respond to emergencies, everything begins to unravel.
Yeah.
At this point.
Just all stops.
Just all stops. Cities start shutting down, not because of like, a government order, but because they just can't
There's
function.
no one to actually
There's no one to run
anything.
it. Yeah, power outages become common. The trash piles up. 911 calls go unanswered if they even go through at all, right? Subways and buses and gas stations, they're just closed. Not from policy, but just because there's no one to run them. And that's where it gets bad. Urban life grinds to a halt as systems quietly fail in the background. This is why Biowar is so scary.
It is
it's
terrifying. It would
really,
shut everything.
it's the same thing with a pandemic, right? It's
Yeah.
so freaking scary because it's a huge cascading collapse.
So on like the misinformation.
Yeah,
Just is
it's
the
so hard to
worst
know.
part.
And if the attack is more agriculture based, which absolutely it could be, expect food shortages, expect sky high prices on this stuff and nationwide rationing. Livestock diseases could wipe out entire meat industries. Like, who's to say they couldn't release some disease into the cattle, in the United States and just wipe out our beef industry like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very possible. Crops infected by fungal or bacterial agents could lead to years of famine. Grocery stores turn into battlegrounds for basic supplies. Obviously there's no toilet paper anymore. That's gone. Day one. Day one is
Instantly.
gone. If the bioagent targets the water supply, that
one freaks me
really
out.
bad. Entire metro areas are basically paralyzed because you're not, like, a lot of times in rural areas we have wells and we have stuff like that. It's hard to infect those in mass, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in a city, all your water's pretty much coming from these sources, and it's easy to get them into those. Your water utilities shut down or they switch to emergency treatment mode. Residents rush to buy bottled water. It's gone day one.
Yeah,
Like
there's
day
none.
one, it is gone. Sanitation fails, garbage piles up, toilets back up, disease spreads faster. Again, this is a cascading effect with Biowar. Because it doesn't just infect people, that's what you think of, people getting sick. It really infects entire systems, all these systems that we rely on.
People run the systems.
People that run the systems. Healthcare collapses under the pressure, food supply chains fracture, water, sanitation fails, transportation slows or completely stops, and then your trust in government, science, and society disintegrates. I mean, we're already halfway there with that one. Nobody believes or trusts anything any of those people are saying.
Super fragile.
Biowar is very scary.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. So, what can we even do
I don't know.
as preppers to prepare?
Just give up.
So obviously, and I won't go into detail, your food, your water, and your plan are super essential to all of these.
Yes.
So I'm not going to go into detail on those because you should have your food and your water and your plan. That should be done.
That's essential to everything.
So right off the bat, I mean, early warning and detection is something you want to be keeping an eye on to be able to get the most information and the best information.
It's so important, like communication early on.
Yeah,
in
know
these
what
situations.
to do now and how clear. I mean, it can be hard. I understand. We've been there. In a biological attack, the first sign might be people getting sick. Maybe. Rely on official sources like local health departments and CDC and emergency broadcasts for information and instructions.
Yeah, it's hard to trust the CDC anymore.
Yeah, we saw how smooth that was. But it gives you kind of an idea of like something's going on.
Right, yeah.
So you need to be aware. Public health officials will provide information on symptoms and specific of the specific agent possibly and what to do if you experience them. So there's a lot of misinformation, but there's still information. And so you've got to sort through it and understand like something's going on. I need to be cautious about all of this.
The thing is like, I get it. You don't want to trust these people. Like you really don't.
Yeah.
But is it worth not trusting them and just going out and saying F you right at the beginning?
Exactly.
I'm going anyways. I don't care. Do you want to die?
That's
we
the thing.
don't know.
That's the thing. I'm like, is it possible that thousands upon thousands working in these departments don't have families and could care less about helping the public?
Yeah.
So that's why it's like understand early on that you can be doing some things to protect yourself and help society.
COVID killed.
It sucks, man.
It was so bad because nobody trusts anything anymore.
No. But you can't be a selfish prick.
Yeah, you can't. But I get it because like they gave us so much misinformation with COVID. Like they just lied right to our faces.
They did.
With so many things.
I know.
So it's really hard.
So it is going to be hard.
But you have to know that like at least especially in the beginning, just be careful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So some items that you can have that would help your chances. Respiratory N95 respirators. They're the most practical, widely recommended for general public use. You don't know. You don't know how big this virus or disease is. Maybe a mask can increase your chances of surviving. Airborne particles 0.3 microns or larger will be blocked out. And so take your chances. I would.
Yeah.
Masks, everybody hates them, but they do have a good chance. I mean, they're still used in the surgical suite because of that. And then have enough for your, just don't get a mask for yourself. Get a box of them or something like that. Because there are some things like that are going to go fast. And I remember like you could not find N95s and you were getting some manufactured in China and you're like, what are these going to do?
Dude, you got to get it before it happens.
You do. So have them on hand.
It's like,
I know
remember,
you hate them.
I bought a box for like $14 like a year before COVID. And then when COVID hit, it was like triple that price.
Yeah, it's insane. So
if you could
having
find
it now. And then if you want more advanced respirators, it's optional. You got your P100 respirators. They're half or full face. Again, look into places like parcel safety and stuff like that. CBRN, chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear air purifying respirators. I mean, you could go all out and get something like this
big.
or a suit. Depends on how much you want to be dedicated to prepping and really show your true colors.
That's right.
Shelter-in-place supplies. Your safest bet is to stay home and stay away from other people until you figure things out.
Yeah.
And so just like every other emergency, most of the time you're going to be bugging in. And so in this case, things that will help protect you, heavy-duty plastic sheets to tape off, windows and doors to keep whatever's outside. Maybe it's airborne.
This is really similar to what we talked about last week in super volcanoes. Yeah.
So having duct tape, plastic sheeting, and pre-cut materials is going to be super helpful. And then air filtration. Probably don't want to be running the HVAC system because it'd be spreading things around, but HEPA filters, air purifiers, and things like that would be good for small rooms and stuff that you might be contained in to kind of keep yourself safe. Decontamination supplies. Alcohol and Clorox kill almost everything.
They do,
So
yeah.
it's like you're going to want to have these types of supplies, and then ways to protect yourself from both those agents that you're going to use to decontaminate, as well as whatever is spreading around. Soap and water, sealed plastic bags for soiled linens and things like that, disposable gloves and eye wash solutions. All that stuff is easily obtainable now. It's like having some of it in your medical kit is super helpful.
And it's good for a lot of other things.
Yeah, exactly.
Soap and water, use it after you go to the bathroom.
I have used that before.
Yeah, I've used it many times. Yeah.
Essential items for your emergency kit would be, battery backup and things like that. Because once the system starts falling apart, you're going to lose power. So you're going to need replenishable power, or like solar powered battery packs and things like that to keep things going. Flashlights, first aid kit, non-perishable food and water, all that stuff. And then other important considerations is no home setup can provide 100% protection against these biological threats, especially weaponized agents. So significantly reducing your exposure can dramatically increase your survival chances. Staying home, washing your hands, keeping open orifices of your body protected from whatever's out there. And prioritize instructions from local and federal authorities. They will have the most accurate information. Maybe.
I would I would
still
local
look to those.
better.
Yeah, me too.
Local over federal
Yeah,
as much as possible.
And then, for sure. I agree with that. Training practices, and we talk about that later, right? And then check the expiration dates on your masks and your filters, and rotate your water and your food and all that stuff. And one thing I put in here that I know can be controversial, but get your immunizations. Like a lot of these diseases and bioweapons are based on previous bacteria and viruses. So it's like if you're immunized and have some sort of good immune system protective of these, it probably would increase your chances.
That makes
Just
sense.
saying.
Yeah.
And then other things like community awareness. It's up to you if you want to have that whole community communication plan. It's a good idea, but not for everybody. And then being able to obtain the emergency alert system and having a ham radio, shortwave radio, all that stuff's going to be really important, especially if you're staying home all the time.
Yeah, huge.
The other thing just to mention is you probably want to make, and I forgot to mention this, is like in your home, you probably want to have a quarantined area just in case one of your family members gets sick, that you can keep them away from everybody else, but also take care of them, and a place that you can change out all of your clothes and stuff, so that you're kind of keeping like your ICU in your own home that's going to prevent spreading amongst all your family members. If there's no one left to take care of each other, then you're all going to just die.
Not good.
But yeah, avoid crowds, take whatever you can from the government response and what they're recommending. It's important that you stay up to date on the information with these things and follow them and try and get the best information as possible so that you can prepare you and your family. But right now, food, water, plan, get some of those medical protective, the personal protective equipment devices now, because they'll be gone in some kind of event like this.
They'll be gone quick.
But listen, today's podcast is brought to you by TacPack, the only tactical subscription box with useful professional grade stuff inside. Use code Casual Preppers and get a free $70 machine-made part from Next Level Armament.
Beautiful.
TacPack.
You are not prepared for the TacPack.
So yeah.
So So let's look at our listener challenge for Biowar here. The first thing, really, build. If you don't have one, build it or update your pandemic response kit, because really that's what this comes down to is a pandemic, right? So look at getting a box of those N95 or the P100 masks, right? You get it now before it's,
I know you hate them. It's like it's a sin to get them, but
get them.
You need to still get them.
Also, a month's worth of basic meds and electrolyte drink mixes. Because when you get sick, you start throwing up, you start puking.
Yeah, that's
you have to stay hydrated. Get your element. I mean, it's really as simple as that. Use our code. You know what I mean? Get it. A backup water purification method for a potential bio attack on water supply. So do you have a way to procure water and to purify it so you can drink it? Really?
No,
super easy. Yeah. Those are the 3 things you can look at for this week for our listener challenge.
I like that one.
You like that, Cam?
It's a good one.
Okay.
Got to think about that.
Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. Yeah. That is it.
You're all right. You're all right.
You guys are good. Don't worry about it. You got it handled.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for listening. Again, go check out our new podcast. What's it called? Raised by VHS. Yeah. We're really excited about that.
About all the good movies of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. Thanks, guys. Stay survived.